Hi friends, Linda here from my fancy homestead. How are you today? I'm actually gonna be clear with you and we are gonna make our first garden bed here today. I am so excited about it. I need to put in garlic and it needs to go in now. So I need to measure it, how far. I have plans for all of this space, more or less, and I will show you. And then I think I'm gonna put the garlic in the bed where the beds should go in the future. So I need to measure out all of the bits and then we're gonna dig like somewhere there in the middle of the garden and just put in garlic there. Isn't that exciting? I'm so excited! My garden's starting, yay! After a year! I really need to think about a better way how to measure all of this out here, because at the moment I'm just going from the corner of the greenhouse that's fallen and eyeballing it. I think I'm gonna get it all wrong and completely wanky. It's not gonna be perfect because I might get it right on one axis, but then on the other one, like parallel to the chicken coop / greenhouse that's fallen, it's gonna be really wonky, right? Not parallel, perpendicular. That's the one. Yeah. If you have any other suggestions how to measure out properly a garden so it could be straight and reasonably okay, or would you embrace the wonkiness and not being straight? Let me know, okay? I'm just mulling here over all of these bits in my head all of the time. Welcome to my brain! I have finished measuring everything, yay! So the plan at the moment is that would potentially be a chicken coop if I can get that roof off of the stables so that I could sort this out. Because if I sort this out, the roof of the stables will fall on me, yay! It is slipping. Then we're gonna have a 3-meter wide strip that way, 3 meters that way. Then like a patio / maybe a lawn area of 5 meters by 5 meters. And look, we have already reached the border of 5 meters, so that's 8 meters behind me to the corner there. I can't believe it. That's the size of my previous garden. I'm super impressed how much space I have here, yes. Yay, I'm so happy. Then I'm gonna have a 1-meter path, yeah. And this is where the garden is gonna start, this way, all of it. Well, not all of it, it's gonna be about 15 meters long. But yeah, I will have about 10 garden beds and a greenhouse, potentially, if it all goes well. So today, we're gonna start digging there. See the white stick? And there's another stick there, and then there. So this is gonna be a square. Hopefully, I have calculated everything correctly, and it is gonna be where the garden bed should be, because I'm just gonna plant garlic in it. So if it's off by probably a meter or so, good riddance for me. I will just move it later on in the year. Right? I can do that. I can do that. Look at how much space I have. It feels like it's gonna rain, so let's just do chop real fast montage of me digging up all of the fallow field that is here, and that has really nice soil underneath. So most of the stuff here that's on top is gonna go into the compost, and then it's gonna come back basically after I'm done. Let's see how much glass I find in here, because I have been digging like testing spots, and I do find a lot of glass. Yeah, but this has been a very nice garden. So I don't know if you see that field behind here, right? There's moles there, and there's moles around here in this area as well. So it's fine. I don't mind sharing in moles because I have a lot of space and they're mostly in the field with the sheep. But what I've noticed is the closer they get to this place, the darker the molehills are, until in my area they're completely black. The ones in the field are red, so it's clayey soil, and mine is black, sandy, loamy, amazing soil. I'm thinking this place has been a garden and has been tended to and loved for generations, and we're gonna love it again.
Grass in this garden is so lush and so vigorous. Hopefully it is a good omen for things to come and that things will grow here really well. Hopefully, fingers crossed. The soil is amazing. All of the grass is coming out really, really fast, and the soil is just falling off of the roots all of the time. It actually rained a day before this video, and the soil was soggy and a little bit wet, so I was worried that I would actually just get massive clumps of soil that I would need to put in the compost, but it all just fell out of the roots and all of the earthworms went back in. It was really, really nice. Oh look, I found a string. Nylon string, yay. While digging, I found a couple of more things. Beads and lots of glass as normal. There's like a slate layer underneath everything, about I don't know 30 centimeters down. It's just I could dig deeper and lift it all up, or should I just leave it? Because for garlic it doesn't really matter, but for carrots, for example, it will matter a lot, right? And another thing that I have found here is that there are 3 more fire pits in this garden than the one that we found underneath the tree. So I don't know what's going on with the previous owners, that they really like to burn things here. But yeah, there's a fire pit that's completely overgrown, and then there are 2 that are grown over with brambles, which is just so random. I will need to take it all down, and I'm not looking forward to it, but it will need to be done before the spring. There are so many brambles around here, but thankfully you will come with me as we go through all of this journey together, so at least I am not gonna be alone being suffering. Do you like my cranky, no, the word is crooked, do you like my crooked flower bed? Well, not really flower bed, garden bed now. I am super proud of this. Look at the soil. If I'm doing this test, does this mean that this is loamy, sandy soil and it's really good? Let me know, okay? Because in what I have read up, it looks like it's a loamy, sandy soil, which is apparently the best. So, yay for me. And our garden, yay!
I have just finished the first bed. Wow. It's been 2 hours and I never want to do this again. Seriously. I'm a big believer in no-dig, and if I had the time I would smother the weeds and it would be a lot better for everything basically if I did that instead of digging it up. But because I need to put the garlic in now, we need the bed now. So let's start. I have just evened it out. I have 119 cloves of garlic, soft neck variety. Got these in a garden center. Topadrome. Sounds like a tomato. I don't know why. But yeah, we're gonna plant these 12 centimeters apart from each other, and hopefully it will all be good.
The garlic needs to be planted 12 centimeters apart from each other. So what I did here was I grabbed one of the old skirting boards from the house that had been taken off, and I just measured it out 12 centimeters on the board. So now I have a ruler slash garlic planting guide, and I will never get rid of this piece of wood, which is great for the piece of wood, right? Because it's not gonna go to be burned, or it won't get recycled or anything else. It has its own purpose now, which is to be a garlic planting guide forever and ever and ever. And then the garlics need to be planted with the fat end first and the pointy end up, of course, because that's where it grows from. I keep seeing a lot of videos online about how to plant garlic from people, and I just remember my mom just putting it in a garden and it growing, and it would be fine. So in my mind, yeah, whatever you do, it will be fine. Nature finds a way. I feel that things in the wild grow a lot better than sometimes the things that we baby forever. Have you seen that picture where it was tomato growing out of the pavement, and then a tomato in a greenhouse that was suffering and being so stressed and being really needy, and the one in the pavement going like, I can do this, yeah, give me more sunshine. I feel the same about every other plant. They will survive. If they don't survive, it means it was not meant to be, but otherwise, just try growing stuff. What could go wrong, right?
I have planted all of the garlic. Yay! I still have some room in the bed, so I went and got my elephant garlic. These guys came with me from the allotment where someone else had planted them before, and I still left some bits in the allotment, but aren't they cute? Yeah. I'm using bento boxes to store things, but look at them. Aren't they super cute? Like, I don't have enough to start eating them yet, but they're definitely ready to go. So these are gonna be the parents of the potentially next generation that we are gonna be able to eat. Yay!
I am so thankful for the people in allotment that had these elephant garlic in there before me. I left 6 plants there, and I have taken myself something like 15 now. I have a friend already who has earmarked some of the elephant garlic that will come out of this harvest. So probably I will not be able to eat these because I just keep propagating them and just spreading them out and giving them to people. But eventually I will have enough that I will be able to actually cook with it and enjoy it. And then I had like 4 little bulbits as well from the garlic. It had grown from the sides of it. So I just popped those in, and we will see how well they do. They'll probably be really, really well, and they will just grow super strong.
I think I have gnats or something. Something's biting me here. Garlic's planted. It's amazing. It is getting very busy on the road next door, and because the leaves have gone of the bushes, so there is not much of a sound barrier anymore. So if you can hear cars in the background, I am so sorry. It is getting around the time when people start to move things from one place to another, etc. themselves. They're just driving places. Okay, we need to rake this shut, all of the holes, so that they're all done, and then we're gonna go and steal some leaves somewhere, because nature doesn't like empty spaces, and she will cover it for us if we don't cover it ourselves. So we need to get some leaves somewhere.
I'm super proud of my wonky bed. When you're doing this step, be very, very careful that you do not dig up the garlic up again, because the rake can go too deep. Not that I'm talking from experience or anything, that I may have or not pulled half of my crop out as I was planting it. Another thing is, not only this bed is wonky sideways, but I think it's wonky upwards as well, because the far end, as you can see, it looks a little bit upwards, so it's not even level. Oh, this garden is gonna be a pain. I think about smothering it with leaves and everything, but in the other bit, I know that there is so much glass in the soil. So what would you suggest? Would you suggest smother it all and then plant straight into it, or would you say just dig it all up, sift it all once, and get all of the bits out, and then level it and plant it, and then it's gonna be perfect for forever? Or just embrace the glass and pull it out as it comes up, as you keep doing stuff, considering there's a lot of fire pits as well in there. Yeah.
Now that I have acquired the leaves, I have pilfered them from the field next door, but I think it's actually going to be better for the field next door, because the leaves suffocate the grass and they are grazing sheep in the field next door, so they need grass. I don't think that they would mind me taking some leaves, or would they? It is autumn gold for me. I used to make Mark go to the forest and get like leaves for my garden, because I was using them as mulch, and poor soul, he would do that for me, and we would fill up like 3 or 4 bags of these, and then we could come back and then we would make another trip at least once a year, so 2 trips. We just scatter them on this lovely soil that I just made, and then you will not see how nice it is, right? But it's fine, it's fine. At least nothing will grow on it. Enjoy for the last time how straight this bed is. Because it is not straight and it is all over the place. It's fine. And we are done. I know it looks like it's a lot, but it's actually mostly air, so it will all collapse down and there's gonna be like a teeny tiny layer overall. Once they get wet, they will just collapse. Oh, it's been lovely 4 hours with you guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. And yay, the garlic's in! My first garden bed. Garden's officially started. See you next time. Bye!
These are all of the treasures that I got from the bit of garden that I dug over. So, as I mentioned, some beading. I have no idea what this used to be, but it could be a curtain. The string that we found, and I think that is a livestock string, probably nylon. This weird snowflake thing, half. If you know what it was, let me know. It's bright blue as well. And then, of course, obligatory pieces of glass, and more glass, and more glass, and a little bit of pottery, of course.